Better. Okay. Hopefully none of you are stuck on the other channel. I mean, on the other video. I'm telling you. Okay. Now. Ooh. Thought I cleaned them. That did not work. Hi, take two. I'm such a klutz. I'm surprised that hasn't happened like 8 million times before. I hate that it's crooked, but I might have to just... Okay. Yay. Hi. How's everyone? This is lovely. So I'll have to delete that other video. Although I shouldn't do that because then this video will not make sense because it says take two. Hi. All right. We're getting there. All right. We're getting quiet. Isn't that horrible? You like, I don't know about you guys, but I hate to hear myself talk because I think it sounds ridiculous and crazy because it's not what I hear. So I'm always like, who is that annoying person's voice? All right. Hi, guys. So I'm going to wait till everybody gets on, or a couple more people anyways, and because I've come to a revelation of sorts, sitting on stuff, about Self-Care Sunday and how we're going to move forward with it, because I liked the idea. I just want to switch it up a little bit, so we'll see. All right, Owl's Perch, hello. Bella, hi. Katie, hello. Johnny Dragon, hi. Sherry Bug, hi. Stephen, hi. Silver Willow, hi. Serana, hi. My boys just got it home, so I'm not going to worry about the sirens. Phoenix Butterfly, hello. Be Anything, hi. Abby and Mina, hi. John and Mimi and Dana, hi. How is everyone today? It's Thursday. That's a very good thing because I've about had it this week. It's been a very tiring week. Science to Soul, hi. How are ya? Hi, Honey Owlette. Hello, Hexen. I forgot that you were going to be able to be here some. Yay! So, let me find the book. Okay. So this book, we've been doing this book. Hi, Steph and Dana, saying this week has been a week of Mondays. It really has. It's been like, what in the world is going on? Every day is like, part of it is because I'm going from like the evening shift to the early morning shift and then to this place and to this place. So we are touring the lives tonight. Exactly. I don't know if you guys all like just saw me come on live and switched over, but at the end of that video, I dropped my phone and then it was some weird, like somehow zoomed in and I couldn't get, I'm like, forget it. I'm going to start it over. I give up. We'll start again. I am such a klutz. I'm surprised that I don't do that more often. I have done it a couple times, but it's probably more often than not. Okay. Oh, look, you can tell I was doing stuff with markers because I'm a lefty and I, like when I write, my palm goes across. So that's what I get all the time. Being a lefty. I know a lot of lefties do this, so they don't do that. I can't write like that. I don't know. Okay, this week for me has been full of those people you just meet and then think, what the fuck? How did they make it in the world? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I totally hear that. Mm-hmm. You're lefty too, Hexen? What in the world? Now we got fire trucks. I think the first ones were police. Now I hear fire trucks. And they're slowing down. Please tell me they're not coming up this road again. We went through a phase where they came up our road a lot. And because our road isn't very long, I'm always like, wait, are they coming up our road? Nope. I don't think so. Okay. Hi, Donna. My daughter's a lefty. She says it's because she's right all the time, so she had to be left in something. That's good. We had a good self-care talk in group chat today. Good. I have to say, I hope you guys did. My Pagan Pride is Saturday. Ooh, that's cool. Hi, Kay. They're witch hunters. Sydney, hello, and Angel Wolf, hi. I totally was going to say something, and then I squirreled out completely. Oh, yes, the chat. So I just want to explain to you guys the chat. I had to mute it today, and I was going to say that, and I'm like, no, I don't want them to think I don't want to hear from them. But there was, when I'm at my office where it's just me, I try to leave my phone on in case somebody needs me or something. And it's like really important. But I kept hearing ding, 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 ding. And when I got out from one patient, there was 99 messages on the Squirrel Room chat. And I was like, okay. Which is fine. I'm so glad that you guys are getting along in there and you're able to talk to each other. That's awesome. Hi, honey. I was going to say, is your thing on Wi-Fi?
It's not even.
Oh. Well, if you turn it on, can you put it on Wi-Fi? Please. And thank you.
It's probably Wi-Fi.
Hi, Elsa. Let's not joke if some of the Christmas had it their way that, oh, Christians. Hi from Denmark. Ah, cool. Welcome. Hi, Bebo. Did I miss anything? Oh, Pagan Pride, that's good. Oh, so I'm really glad that you guys are getting along in chat and you're finding some help and stuff. And make sure if you guys look me in the eyeball, are you on Wi-Fi? No, right? I swear it because they don't like me to unplug it because apparently I break the connection thing if I unplug it too many times. But I'm like, yeah, but I can't prove that you switched it over. Anyways, if you guys on that group chat need me, make sure you tag me. Like if you have something specific for me or you want to make sure you have a question for me specifically, I'm not saying that I will always ignore that chat. Absolutely not going to do that. But sometimes I have to mute it if I'm like at work or something, and especially the main office, they don't take too kindly to that ding, ding, ding and stuff. I have to mute everything when I'm there. But I'm really impressed that you guys are able to help each other in there, and I think that's really awesome. You won a giveaway and got told you were going to hell for being a witch? Well, it must have been one hell of a prize. Hi, Ravenheart. That's all right. That's kind of funny. I have to say I'm sorry, but I think that's funny. That's how my phone was when you were posting all those photos, right? Funny witches. Yeah, exactly. Witches don't believe in hell. I mute, but I go back and catch up. Yeah, I do too. Except, and the other thing is, just so you guys know, again, if there's something you want me to hear and you're one of those people that you speak faster than you type, again, totally okay. But a lot of times I will not even hear those because at work, most of the time, I can't listen to that at work in case I have a patient there or somebody comes in or whatever. So I can't listen to most of that stuff. Look how red my nose is. I'm such a squirrel today. So if there's something that you want me to hear, make sure you tag me in it so I know I have to go back and listen specifically. But if we get like today, there was like 60 messages to listen to, and I thought, I'm never going to be able to get back there, you guys. I hope you all understand that. I try to keep up as much as I can, but sometimes it doesn't happen. It does go off a lot if I have to do during the day. It's hard to ignore, right? Tarot cards and a pendulum from Ireland. Ooh, that's cool. That's really cool. Now you're making me look at your nose, right? I know, but because now I'm like, shoot, does that mean I'm going to start having my allergy things and I should go take an allergy pill before we start? Nah. All right, I'll live with it. I don't care. It's just me. You guys know me. Okay. So I have to say, this book, have any of you kept up with it? Have you read, the chapters that we're reading? It was because of these. Oh, that's okay. It doesn't bother me at all that you use the mic. And if I'm able to listen, then I keep up. But and even sometimes I know sometimes it's easier to do that than it is to type and everything anyways. It's just when I'm at work, I can't listen to them because, I've got people all around me and I never know what they're going to say. And I love my admin group to death, but we are kind of a group of swearers. And I've made the mistake of listening once in a while. If I see it's a short one or something, and one of us is like, fuck, what the hell? And then I'm in the middle of the office and I'm like, oh, I can't do that. I forget that I can't do that. So I try not to. You have read and made your vision board. Yay. Okay. Well, I made mine too, and I'm going to be showing it to you. When Mama puts the glasses on, I get quiet. Yep, that's right. Okay. So here's what I have determined. I like this book a lot. However, I would say 90%, at least of what I have come across in the book, is really intensely for solitary, do it for yourself kind of work. Even the spells in there are a lot of meditation, which I have tried, and I don't mind doing some meditations on my channel. If we need to get into a certain space, hi long hair, skinny eyed toe, that's okay, we're just starting. Or you guys want a special meditation for something, I don't mind that at all. But it is hard to take this book and figure out how to put it into a group setting where I can teach something without doing like all of the meditations. What it is really is teaching you how to do a self journal, how to meditate every day, and what to think about when you're meditating and stuff. So today I went and I did my vision board, which I'm going to show you. And then I thought, okay, so I like this book, and some of it we can do. Some of it we just can't though. Like we don't, I mean, we could, but it would be like me meditating and I could help you a little bit through the meditations, but we're all going to be writing different stuff because it's about us. So it's really hard to do that, in a group setting. So then when I thought about it, I thought, okay, when I think of teaching self-care, what are the tools that I have used that have helped me with self-care? And this is where I get into stuff that excites me, because the stuff that excites me is what I can teach. And I love it. So, you ready? These and these and these and these. So, here's what I have run into. We can absolutely, I can give you some homework type things to do during the week. We'll do one day, still Self-Care Sunday. Hi everyone, my self-care today was, I had my breast flattening radiology. Yay! High five, good job. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. If you are the right age, sex, or family, have a family rest, do it. Absolutely. Absolutely do it. And I have been raving about it. Of course, being a mammographer, that's what I do. I've been raving about it for, all week pretty much. And I will continue to do so, and we'll talk about it probably a little bit at some point before the end of the month. So, hi, Amethyst. I have tons of books that have somehow inspired me or encouraged me or gave me a new idea of how to better my self-care, how to change my thought patterns so that, I'm better able to look at myself in a different light. I think I'm up for boob pancakes. Perfect. And they're not that bad anymore. And I shouldn't say this because not everyone has the same equipment we do, but I really shouldn't say this. because then you guys are going to be like, but where are they? So if you can go to a facility that has the curved paddles, they're brand new. We just got them in December. They help a whole lot. If you're one of those people that it really bothers you, ask them if they have the curved paddles, because it helps a lot. But anyways, I just had my mammogram done a couple weeks ago and an ultrasound. Good for you. Good, good, good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is look at one or a few of these books every week and take something from one of these books or two of these books and teach that concept. So it's not fun, but to have, it's not fun, but have to, because Mom is a breast cancer survivor. Exactly. Of course you love books, Cass. I know you do. So let me do my vision board first. I'll show you guys my vision board, and then hopefully that'll give you an idea. Now, my vision board, because I'm a reader, no problem, honey. My vision board is a lot of quotes. Like 90% of it is quotes, because I love to read, and I get inspired by different books and different authors. And usually when I like an author, then I kind of sponge read everything that they've ever written, you know? And so a lot of my vision board is quotes. So I'll kind of read them to you and show you what we got and where they came from, if I know, and that kind of stuff. Okay. So here's my vision board. And all I did, I put a couple stickers on it. I put the 3 names that I use the most in my life, which is Jen, Willowwind, because Willowwind is what I call myself. I don't know if I've ever explained that. Willowwind is my magical name. So it's what I call myself, and I use it in ritual, and I use it when I'm introducing myself to my gods and goddesses, so that it's a special, specific name that I use in magical working stuff. And Mama Squirrel, which is, this way, which I use with you guys. So I had my 3 names that I use the most, which is funny to me. I thought about it. I thought, Mom? Kind of. Mom could have been on there, but I kind of included that with Jen or Mama Squirrel or whatever. I had mine, and to those that have not, to be honest, it's not bad at all. Exactly. It really isn't. Gotta love those mail packages. Woohoo! Hi on the cusp. How are ya? Okay, so like I said, mine is a lot of quotes, because I love my quotes, and I get very inspired by different books and different authors and different people talking about different things. So let's start. So I started right in the middle, because this is one of my favorite all-time quotes, and I say it a lot in my lifetime, and I say it a lot on my channel and all that kind of stuff. And I decided I'm actually going to put this in my bathroom, behind my bathroom door, because that's a place that I can see it every day, but it's not a place that's out. So, I mean, my boys will see it and stuff if they are looking. They probably, I don't know if they ever shut the door, to be honest with you, so they might not see it, because they shower downstairs. But I shower upstairs, and I actually do shut the door, so I probably will see it. But, you know, not that I mind if anyone else sees it, but it's for me. This is the stuff that inspires me. So the first one is, when you want something, all the universe conspires to help you achieve it. And that is Paulo Coelho. And that is from The Alchemist. You guys know that's one of my favorite books of all time. And it really is a reminder that you have to say out loud what it is you want. You have to strive for something better. If you're not happy with the way things are, you have to do something to change it, right? And that's really important to me, to always strive to be better than I am, even though, you know, I think I'm fine and I have a good outlook of where I'm at, but I always feel like I'm striving to be better. For one thing, I think I'm always striving to learn. So Dare to ask for what you want. Exactly. So I always feel like I can always be better than I am, no matter how good I am. I can always be better because I always want to learn more. Okay, now I'm going to take that and go up to the top and we'll just kind of read down. Forget not, the earth delights to feel your bare feet and the winds long to play with your hair. And that's Khalil Gibran. That is actually one of the books that I have here. Where is it? Is from the Prophet. And so that reminds me, if I feel like I'm kind of out of sorts and I don't really feel like I'm grounded lately and stuff, that reminds me to go outside. And I need that reminder a lot in the wintertime because I'm kind of the hibernating type of squirrel. I'm not real good at going outside in the wintertime. And I have, last year I started saying I had to go out for the full moon. Great book, right? I know it's in one of our, it's definitely one of the books I'm going to be taking from because I love that book. So I go out at the full moon, and this year I'm going to go out at the full moon and at the new moon. And I'm going to try to find something that I like to do outside. Even though it's freezing effing cold and I hate the cold and snow and annoying gray weather. But I'm gonna do it. I know I do too. One of the things that will help, it sounds terrible, but literally every year for, I bet you, well, how long have I been back to New York? 6 years, 7 years now? 6 years. Every year for 6 years, I have asked for an automatic car starter for Christmas and haven't gotten it. So if I don't get it this year, I'm fucking buying it by myself because that makes a huge, huge difference to not have to trudge through the freezing cold, sit in your freezing cold car and turn it on and then wipe it up. I hate that. So anyway, okay. It's already cold and freezing. I'm fine so far. I actually really like the cooler, crisp autumn weather. So it takes a lot before I get to the cranky phase. But I know. I need ideas for things to do outside while enjoying the moon. Aha, remind me, Deb, and we'll do some of those things too. So hard to motivate yourself to go outside in horrible weather. I know it. You got to do it though. And that's to remind me to do that. So for sure. Okay, then the next one says, here's to the ones who dream, foolish as they may seem. Here's to the hearts that break. Here's to the mess we make. And if you don't recognize that, it's from La La Land, which I love that movie. Even though it's a love-hate relationship. Not crazy about the ending of that movie, but it's okay. I love that movie. But that reminds me that it's okay that I'm a dreamer. That, I talk about when I win the lottery, that I'm gonna, build our commune and have everybody come in and live in my commune and stuff. That's okay, because what will come out of that, maybe not, this huge compound that I'm thinking of, but it is gonna happen. There is something that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna end up to be probably a pagan campground that people can come in the summertime, and we'll do rituals all summer. And if they really want to tough it out for the winter, they can certainly live there, but it'll be like a smaller place or something. Florida, huh? Even North Carolina was great. But anyways, okay. You're mad, bonkers, off your head, but I'll tell you a secret. All of the best people are. And that's because I don't mind being a little crazy. In fact, I think that all of the best people are a little crazy. And that, of course, is the Cheshire Cat. That was from Lewis Carroll from Alice in Wonderland. Got a cold bus stop. So, yep, I know it. Absolutely. These days of over 90 degrees. Ugh. Hi, Susie. North Carolina was 101. I think we hit 50, 51 today. It was pretty chilly. Absolutely. All right. Then you are not selfish for wanting to be treated well. That is Jason Momoa. Not just because he's fine to look at, but he reminds us that, of course, you're not selfish for wanting to be treated well. And I almost put another one on there, but I decided it was almost the same as that. And that is Maya Angelou's saying that's almost the same. And it's people treat you the way you allow them to, or the way you teach them to, or something like that. And of course, I can't think of it right now. I have my stupid heat on. Oh no, I refuse. I will not put my heat on. Absolutely not. I'm not doing. And I know my aunt came to me and she goes, "It's really cold. Are you going to turn the heat on?" I'm like, no, heat does not go on yet. Sorry, I still have my windows open. Sorry, but it's not going to happen. Hi, TLC. Yay. Okay. Fear, to a great extent, is born of a story we tell ourselves. And so I chose to tell myself a different story. And that is from Cheryl Strayed. She wrote there's like 3 of her quotes on here because I love her. She wrote the book Wild. And it was made into a movie with the little blonde chick there. What the heck's her name? No one can ever make you feel inferior without your consent. Never give it. That's a good one. Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon did her in the movie. And it is a super good book. It is about this woman, Cheryl Strayed, and her life totally kind of falls apart. She cheated on her boyfriend. She was doing heroin. All this stuff. And then, thanks, Alexa Joy. And then she decides, or not selfish when you keep staring at him. Hell yeah, girl. Absolutely. Hi, Branwick. Welcome. And then she decides she's going to change her life around. And so she leaves him, I can't remember, he might leave her. And then she goes walking on I think it's the Appalachian Trail, the super long one. She's like, I'm just going to hike. And she almost dies like 12 times because she has no idea what she's doing. She really is just like, I'm just going to go out there and do it. And she kind of finds herself out there alone, with herself. And she has a lot of revelations that really help her to live better. And a lot of them are that she deserves to be happy. She deserves life. And it's a really good movie. And it's a great book. Of course, the book is always better. Okay, so down here it says, I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. And of course, that is, just when you're going through dark times, understand that either there's a lesson to be learned in there, or there is something that's going to happen at the end of it that you wouldn't have realized unless you were going through this dark time. Or sometimes, wait, is Eckhart on here? I'm sure he is. I love Eckhart. Oh, see, Eckhart's up here. Sometimes this is the other reason. Accept, then act. Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. This will miraculously transform your whole life. And he's right. Sometimes we're going through this dark time because we have decided that we're not going to accept what is. Sometimes there's stuff that's going on in our life and we are like, nope, we're not going through that. We are not accepting that. That is not part of my life. That all of that, actually all pain and all frustration and all anger, all comes from unacceptance. So if we can learn to just say, okay, this is what is. So how am I going to do with that? What am I going to do? Am I going to let it bother me? Am I going to, make it break me? No. We're just going to accept right where we are. Never caught one of these, but having a rough night, this seems like it would be a help a lot. There you go, little dandelion. I've done some bad things and I've faced consequences. I hate that I keep accidentally hurting people. Honey, sometimes we all hurt people. Do you have, if it works for you, it works on there? I totally should, Stephen. I can't believe I will have to add that. That's going to go right here above Mama Squirrel because you're right. Don't be too hard on yourself, little dandelion. That's one of the things that's so super important because that keeps going with that circle of defeat. You start going, oh, I'm such a jerk. Why did I hurt that person? And what I'm a jerk. And it comes back around and you feel like crap. And so you lash out at someone and it's a big circle that keeps going. Sometimes you have to go, okay, I fucked up. Let it go. I'm a good person, and I'm going to learn from that, and I'm going to do better next time. That's all you can do. With acceptance comes peace, and that's not always easy. I'm not saying by any means that's easy, but so then another Cheryl Strayed, you will learn a lot about yourself if you stretch in the direction of goodness, of bigness, of kindness, of forgiveness, of bravery. Be a warrior for love. And that's, of course, the most important thing, at least to me, is just to always strive to be more kind, strive to be more forgiving, strive to be more about love. Got recently kicked out of a community, so I'm in a lot of pain, but I might be let back in eventually. It's not doing better next time. Oh, Sarana, but yeah, if you're all worried about it, then that continues that cycle again. Not, I know I'm not saying it's easy. Again, it's not easy just to go, okay, well, I'm not going to worry about it too much, but I've gotten to the point now where I can feel it like tipping downwards. So I always talk about the wheel of the year and how that has to do with your life and how everything goes in cycles, just like the cycles of nature and just like the cycles of the Sabbats and all that kind of stuff. So it's like a wheel, and I can feel it as soon as I start doubting myself and putting myself into that defeat mode. I can feel it coming back around towards the edge. And now it's time to go back down. And then I get into that self-defeat thing. And then you have to bring yourself back out of it. And if I can feel myself and catch it, not usually, let's say 65% of the time, I can say, okay, you know what? Get rid of that, because that doesn't do me any good at all. I have to let that go. You can't live in the past. You can't go back and do something differently as much as sometimes we want to. We have to say, okay, right now, what can I do about that right now? Well, first, I can forgive myself for doing that. Second, I can ask for forgiveness. And third, I can move on. Emotions have been overwhelming today. Dee Dee, it sounds like a lot of people have been that way. So maybe there's a reason we're doing self-care, huh? For everybody. Read the book, The Seasonal Soul. It's a great book about the soul and life cycles, cycles within cycles, for sure. For sure. Hi, Shauna. My dad really hurt me mentally all my life, and he took his own life 2 years ago, and I just can't find a way to heal from this. But I really want to be happy again, but nothing has worked. Boy, it is not easy. It is not easy. And it is not easy to, no one can tell you it's time to move on. It's time to let that go. Hold on, I'm just going to clean my camera. Sorry, guys. No one can tell you, it's time for you to let that go. I love meaning not really. I hate when people say to you, well, it's been long enough. You really need to just move on and just learn to live again. What the hell is that? Sometimes you have to wallow in it for a while. But there's, all of the stages of grief you have to go through. And I tend to get stuck in the anger phase a lot, which doesn't help me. And I have come to realize, though, that anger, again, it goes back to Eckhart Tolle. Anger is the unacceptance of what is. I'm so angry and so mad, and how could I not have seen that? And how could I possibly have, allowed this to happen? And why didn't I see something ahead of time? And especially with something like suicide, that guilt that grows within you. It makes you think something, why didn't you see? You're bad because you didn't see in time, and there was something there. And unfortunately, there is nothing you can do. And it has to come to a point where you have to know that your dad is on the other side, so terribly upset that he has put you through this. There is no way that reaching that other side, that he is looking back and saying, well, I'm so glad I did this, because see, now they all know. They think that when they're in that cycle, but as soon as they get over there and they feel that peace and they see what their life was all about, they go, oh, shit, I'm so sorry. Please don't stop living life because I screwed something up. Boy, that's not easy. Not at all. And like I said, I'm not telling you it's time, because sometimes you have to just be in it for a while, and that's okay. But what you can do is what you can do today. Right now, what can I do to make my self-image, to make myself feel like I'm a good person that can step forward with life? And what can I do right now to say, I'm going to step forward. I'm going to make a plan that my life has to be something different. Am I missing stuff? Sorry, guys. I know this is deep stuff sometimes. Yeah, it's not about, you can take responsibility of the past, honey, but you cannot do anything about it, though. You cannot go backwards. So a lot of times in our brains, our minds, and that's the other thing to realize, is our minds is not ourselves. So our minds love to bring us to this place and keep rewriting history. I can't tell you how many times I thought, if I had taken this situation and done it better, if I had said something different, and you go through that hi, Dustin, hi, who else did I miss? I'm sorry. I missed it. That if I have said something different, and you start going through that conversation, if I had said this, then it would have been better. Then I would have showed them. However you wanted that to be. Or if I had, all you can do is say, okay, I did that. What did I learn from that? How do I want to make it better in the future? Did I apologize? If it was you're wrong, did you do what you needed to do to try to ask for forgiveness? And then forgive yourself. Then, you know what? Okay. Yep, I screwed it up. I stood up. I said, I fucked it up. Sorry about that. Shit. Can't believe I did that. I feel terrible. Is there anything I can do for real? Is there anything I can do? You look that person in the eye and you tell them, I so care about you and I fucked up. I feel like terrible because I caused you pain. I caused you heartache. I caused you something that I didn't feel like that was myself. What can I do? And then beyond that, sometimes you just have to give it time. It takes time. Exactly. It takes time. And again, don't let anybody tell you that it is time to let it go. It is time to move on with your life. It is absolutely not. Nobody can tell you when you're ready for that. But you can say, for right now, what is it that I can do for myself so that I can continue my existence and continue to grow as a person and try to step forward as best I can today, right this second. I know, Sarana, we all do. And like I said, I'm not saying it's easy, boy. And I'll tell you, I have trigger things that happen that afterwards I'm like, why did I let that trigger me? I'll tell you, one of them is my aunt downstairs. I love her to death. But sometimes it's like she just knows exactly what buttons to push of mine. I'm in the middle of something, I'm walking through the door and whatever. She knows what buttons to push. So sometimes it's hard for me to catch myself before I lash out at her. And then I have to come back and say, okay, I'm sorry. Please, Nan, when I walk through the door, you have to give me 10 minutes to walk through the door before you lay it on me. There's what happened today, and the boys did this and that, and gotta give me a minute. All right, I have to keep apologizing for my dad for taking him off life support. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. That is really, really hard. That is really hard. And I've had to do it quite a few times. And then you second guess yourself and you question yourself and all that stuff. I totally get it. But I will tell you that sometimes you can take people off life support all you want. But they won't go unless they're ready to go. I know people who have fought for months and years. My brother-in-law is a huge trigger for me, and he lives downstairs. Yep. We finally ordered the Ghosts and Spirits Tarot. Woohoo! That's okay. I ordered a deck too. And I'm blaming, is Cassandra still in here? Cass, I'm blaming you for making me get the Force Enchantment deck today, even though I totally said I wasn't going to do that because I had to put it on our debit card, and I promised Peter I wasn't going to do that anymore, so I'm probably going to get yelled at, but I don't care. Oh, nice. Know what the package is, or is it a surprise? Good, good, good. Love the board that you were showing. I might create my own board. Yes, absolutely. Things that make you feel better, right? For sure. Okay, where am I? I did that. Do not speak badly of... Oh, here we go. This is one I haven't read yet. Do not speak badly of yourself. For the warrior that is inside you hears your words and is lessened by them. You are strong and you are brave. There is a nobility of spirit within you. Let it grow. And that's by David Gemmell. That is, again, trying to remind yourself, don't speak badly of yourself. Don't dwell on stuff that you've done. I'm not saying don't take responsibility, but I am saying that you cannot dwell on that. You cannot beat yourself up for stuff that you cannot change. You can only stand up, take your responsibility, and stop going through that cycle of, oh, I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I did that. Oh, I'm such a jerk. What an asshole I am today. You can only do what you can do and try to plan ahead for next time. Okay, how am I going to stop myself next time? I have to, and we had, sometimes in my family, we had trigger words where I know, because I still have huge anger problems, and I was screaming. I had 4 boys. So I had to be loud. You guys know me, I'm loud. I was screaming at my kids sometimes. And so we tried trigger words. Like my kids would say, like in the middle of me screaming at them, my kids would say peanut butter. And I'm like, oh shit. That means I'm screaming at them. And I'd be like, okay, well, sit down and don't move, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Go away, come back. And okay, without screaming, let me tell you why you just totally pissed me off. Right? Okay, let's go back up here. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Dr. Seuss. I love Dr. Seuss. How can you not love Dr. Seuss? So that is just an inspirational, move your ass today. Get up there. You've got lots to see. There's lots of new things going on in life. Get out there and do it. That's my kick in the ass motivation. Time to move. When each day is the same as the next, it's because people fail to recognize the good things that happen in their lives every day that the sun rises. That's Paulo Coelho again, The Alchemist. He writes a ton of good books, but he wrote The Alchemist. That is to, that same kind of deal as take time to stop and smell the roses. Look around. There's all kinds of good stuff that happen every day. I have some amazing patients. Every day I think, what, I have some really idiot patients too, I'm not going to lie. But I have some amazing patients that I think, wow, you know what? That was really cool. That just get me through the next day. Oh, the places you'll go. Absolutely. That's a good one to give graduates who are graduating from college or high school. Mentally preparing for work in the morning. Oh, I hear that. Okay, the last one is another Cheryl Strayed, and I will tell you, she's just awesome. I just love her. The best thing you can do with your life is tackle the motherfucking shit out of love. And yes, it says that. And yes, I say that. Because to me, that's the most important thing. And I don't mean, romantic love, although that's good. Just everything. Love life, love each other, love people, love the connections. To me, I always talk about the connections that we have with everyone, that leaning in, that learning to reach out and not worrying about, maybe you should print out a tarot card for each quote, right? I could do that. Not worried about if you hold out your hand, will someone slap it away? You have to be enough of a lover of life that if someone slaps it away, they're not ready for it. And that's okay. That's their thing. You can't look at that and say, oh my gosh, they slapped my hand away. What's wrong with me? Nothing. They weren't ready for that openness because they're all closed up inside and going, oh no, you might see my insecurities. Don't forget that. If someone rejects you 90% of the time, it's out of fear and it's out of hiding what they have in their shadows that they haven't pulled out. Dr. Phil says we are way too focused on ourselves and our behavior and that most other people just aren't paying that much attention to us, right? Painful guilt is a damaging sense. It jumps up in my face when I least expect it. It feels like my guts are falling out. Time can be the answer. Time does not always feel like it's diminishing pain. Absolutely. I hear you. I know it. Absolutely. I have a huge sketchbook from my art class last year, and I might use that for my board. The pages are thicker than regular paper. Absolutely. That's a good idea. And then what do you do with your board? So like I said, now my board is going up on my bathroom wall behind my toilet. I mean, actually behind the door. So literally I'm sitting on the toilet in the morning looking at it. And when I get out of the shower, the door is shut and I'm looking at it. So every day I'll look at it and one of the quotes will jump out at me and I will remember that today's a new day. Absolutely. For sure, for sure. Hi, Elaine. You'll love having a vision board. Absolutely. I've had them before and I think they're spectacular. Okay, so let me just introduce several of the books. I'll try to go quickly that I'm going to be looking through for different lesson plans. So every Sunday, starting this Sunday, we are going to do Self-Care Sunday. This Sunday is actually going to be Self-Care Sunday with our tea party too, which doesn't take too long, so it's just in the beginning. And I'm going to take a lesson that I have learned from one of these books and teach that. So The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. He's amazing. He is a philosopher. He's a poet. He's... I just love him. I just love him. And this book really is one of the things that touched my soul, you know. So there's a lot in there that I will be reading from and teaching from. Everyday Witchcraft. So one of the things that I figured out is that when we were talking about doing spells, everyone was like, oh yeah, let's do spells. So when I looked at the spells that were in the book we're reading, which is this one, it's not that they aren't spells, but they were really just spells that we could only focus, like you could kind of only do it solitary. It's very hard to do the spells that are in that book as a group because it's all about looking inward and writing down stuff about you or meditating about what you think or that kind of stuff, which is okay. It's just hard to do like this. So we'll be looking in that book and using what we can for sure, but I'm going to be taking from all of these books. So this book, the Everyday Witchcraft book, kind of takes some different ways of everyday stuff and gets a spell, a lot of different spells actually, and a lot of different activities and stuff to do just for everyday inspiration and witchy stuff to do. So I like doing some of those. Sounds like a lot of work. Yes, absolutely. I think you should make vision boards for sure. And like I said, yours just not, I'm not an artist. So if you are really good at drawing, and you want to draw on yours, if you want to cut out stuff from magazines of, stuff to look at that you think, oh yeah, that really makes me want to get out there and do it, great, do that. All of that kind of stuff, make your vision board your own. I happen to really like quotes and stuff because I'm a reader, and so that really hits me the right way. Another very inspirational book is The Art of Happiness. This is by the Dalai Lama, and he is just an amazing man who really kind of talks about how he found happiness in his spiritual growth. And although he talks about stuff that I don't connect with all the way, he talks about a lot of stuff that I do connect with. And so there's lots of different things in this book that I will be kind of using to spring off of. Another similar kind of person is Thich Nhat Hanh. I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him. I wish I had met him before he fell into his, his health has been bad probably the last 5-6 years. And so he doesn't speak anymore. But he teaches about mindfulness, which is like walking meditation, like being in a constant state of meditation. And so it's really about opening your spirit up to the divine in life, and seeing everything through different eyes, and mindfully everything that you do, you are doing on purpose. So when you're chewing your food, you're not watching TV, which I'm guilty of this. You're not watching TV and on your phone and not really paying attention. You're thinking, okay, I'm chewing my food and this is tasting awesome and I really love this food and it's going to nourish me. And everything that you do on purpose. So that's good. Earthing. Earthing is the actual practice. There's actual medical practice about taking off your shoes and socks and going outside and feeling the earth beneath your feet. There's a medical practice around doing that way more often than we are doing that now. Now, in New York, that is not going to be easy to do coming up very soon. So if we get another warm day, I encourage you to go out there and do it. I try to do it as much as I can. Even in the snow, I've done it. Was 6 hours long. I slept for 12 hours after that. See how awesome. It's really cool. There are so many health benefits to earthing. Our chapter reads, yeah, I will. And I absolutely will. All of these books I'm going to be pulling into our self-care. So I expect this to be a long, ongoing kind of series, because there's so many different ways to take care of yourself, to mindfully think of yourself better than you do now. The squirrels leave pointy parts from the cones. Yeah, I hear you. These two books I love. If you don't have them, I highly encourage you to get them. The Tao of Pooh and The Day of Piglet. I love these books. They are amazing. These are philosophical books by Pooh and Piglet, which are awesome. For instance, let me find a saying here. Here, I'll read a little story. Let's get to a story. Hang on. Okay. Right? I love it. So this is the how of Pooh. You see, Pooh, I said, a lot of people don't seem to know what Taoism is. Yes, said Pooh, blinking his eyes. So that's what this chapter is for, to explain things a bit. Oh, I see, said Pooh. And the easiest way to do that would be for us to go to China for a moment. What? Said Pooh, his eyes wide open in amazement. Right now? Of course. All we need to do is lean back, relax, and there we are. Oh, I see, said Pooh. Let's imagine that we have walked down a narrow street in a large Chinese city and have found a small shop that sells scrolls painted in the classic manner. We go inside and ask to be shown something allegorical, something humorous, perhaps, but with some sort of timeless meaning. The shopkeeper smiles. I have just the thing, he tells us, a copy of the Vinegar Tasters. He leads us to a large table and unrolls the scroll, placing it down for us to examine. Excuse me, I must attend to something for a moment, he says, and goes into the back of the shop, leaving us alone with the painting. Although we can see that this is a fairly recent version, we know that the original was painted long ago. Just when is uncertain, but by now the theme of the painting is well known. We see three men standing around a vat of vinegar. Each has dipped his finger into the vinegar and has tasted it. The expression on each man's face shows his individual reaction. Since the painting is allegorical, we are to understand that these are no ordinary vinegar tasters, but are instead representations of the three teachings of China, and that the vinegar they are sampling represents the essence of life. The three masters are Kung Fu Tse, Confucius, Buddha, and Lao Tse, author of the oldest existing book of Taoism. The first has a sour look on his face. The second wears a bitter expression, but the third man is smiling. To Confucius, life seemed rather sour. He believed that the present was out of step with the past, and the government of man on earth was out of harmony with the way of heaven, the government of the universe. Therefore, he emphasized reverence for the ancestors, as well as for the ancient rituals and ceremonies in which the emperor, as the son of heaven, acted as an intermediary between limitless heaven and limited earth. Under Confucianism, the use of precisely measured court music, prescribed steps, actions, and phrases all added up to an extremely complex system of rituals, each used for a particular purpose at a particular time. A saying was recorded about Confucius: if the mat was not straight, the master would not sit. This ought to give an indication of the extent to which things were carried out under Confucianism. It's called the Tao of Pu. And I should keep going, but it's a little bit longer. So it's about, though, someone teaching Pooh and Piglet Tao and Te. Okay. I put in two of my favorite books from Eckhart, A New Earth and The Power of Now. I always teach Eckhart because he just, I don't know, to me is amazing. But I know sometimes it's hard to grasp some of his concepts. So there's certain passages and stuff that I pick out a lot to kind of tell us how. This was the first witch book I ever picked up, and is absolutely amazing. Did I miss anything? Sorry. A good book of commentary on the second half of the book. Hi, Kristen. I'm going to a seminar this month with Max Eisen as the guest. He's a Holocaust survivor. I love reading those books. I know Peter thinks I'm, because I'm empathic and I end up sobbing, he thinks I'm like a glutton for punishment. But to me, it's, when you read, you get to live the life of those people and you learn the lessons that they learned. So to me, that's such an important lesson that, I don't ever want us to forget the lessons that we learned because of the Holocaust. So I will read about it as much as I can because I want to make sure that we have learned that lesson. Anyway, this is Phyllis Karat, and it's called Witchcrafting. And I highly, highly recommend this book to any beginners and otherwise. She is just the way that she writes, and the way that she carries the witch through her his or her knowledge is a great way to begin your witchcraft. I know, me too. Me too, me too. And so I will be taking some of the stuff that's in here because I like to look at stuff that I consider more of a beginner's book because, you know, when you get older and you've been doing it for a long time, it's helpful a lot to go back and look at beginner's stuff because it's hard to remember what you didn't know. You know, it's hard to put myself sometimes back into someone who is just starting out on this path. And I sometimes start talking about something that I think everyone knows. And then I'm like, oh, wait a second. That's not something I knew until I learned it, right? So this is a good one. This book, I don't know how to say this. So this book is, I believe, let me just look. I believe this is the book from the creator of the Luminous Tarot. This is called Into the Woods. I think it is. Lauren Aletta. Is that the same one? I'm almost sure it is, but now, of course, I don't have it right here. I believe so. Anyways. So we can appreciate our lives. Absolutely. For sure. Socks now feel so restricting. I get the thin socks now where it's like dress socks or nylon stuff. And as a kid, I never wore shoes, but now I realize my feet are so soft. Right? Couldn't walk in all the same place as a kid because my feet aren't conditioned. Absolutely. Ugh. So, anyways, this book is from, yeah, it is. Ha, I recognize it. Okay. This book is from the same creator as the Lumina Tarot and the, I'm looking at it, and of course it doesn't have the name on the side, but the other oracle deck she had. And it takes, it goes through the different seasons and has you do stuff to better your life based on the seasons, which I love. So right now, obviously, we are in autumn. Connected and free. Thank you. I was looking at it and I'm like, I can see it and I can't even remember what the heck it is. I really liked this book and it's been a long time since I read it. So I would like to, and I'm trying to remember, I think I read it, I started in winter and I don't know if I ever got back around to autumn. So I would really like to take some of the autumn stuff and pull that into what we're doing. Because you are working in this book right now. It's a good one. I really do like it. Spiritual suffering, the pendulum swing, growing awareness. It's got all kinds of neat stuff that as we, you know, go through the cycles of life and the cycles of the wheel of the year, we can, there's different activities and stuff that we can do with that. So I'm going to go through that. The Secret. I don't know how to say this the right way. It's called Into the Woods. And it's by Lauren Aletta. Aletta. Okay, The Secret. The secret is, I've never read this book. Not really. Because it sounds terrible. Because I actually attended seminars with the author and a couple of the people that are written about in the book and a couple of people that she writes for. So I kind of, I don't know how to say this. I kind of know the concepts and I you know, pull out the book and look through it a little bit when I think I need to again. But I can't read the book cover to cover. I don't know what to tell you about that. I just, like, I get to the point in the book where I'm like, yep. So it's like the concept is here and we will be going kind of through some of this concept and I may flip through the book and go, oh yeah, I like that idea. I'll read that. but I probably won't be doing a whole lot from the book. We'll just take what the book is about and put it to our uses. Ah, terrible. Okay. This book is called The Handbook for the Soul. I paid both my boys $10 each to watch The Secret. That's awesome. Absolutely. Right? You watch the movie. See? You got this concept. A Handbook for the Soul. So this book is about a whole bunch of different authors who are spiritual leaders. And I really like that this is this is a compilation too. But yes, The Secret is more of a compilation of stuff from other people. Exactly. I went to a seminar, not really a seminar, a retreat weekend that Oprah put on, and there's a whole bunch of people there, like Dr. Wayne Dwyer and Maya Angelou and Gray, what's his name? John Gray, and a whole bunch of people. Hi, Sherry. And it was a great seminar, but I didn't ever feel the need to read the book because I learned enough about it in the seminar, I think. Which sounds cocky, and I'm not usually like that. I don't know if it's the way she writes. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is, but I just have never been able to get through it. I read it for a little while, and then I'm like, yeah, I know this. I got that. And then I'm done. But this is Handbook for the Soul. There are a million different authors on here. Robert Fulghum, John Gray, Lynn Andrews, Jack Canfield, he's great. Wayne Dwyer, I love him. Ram Dass. It's funny, I love Ram Dass. Don't say that, that's political. I love Ram Dass, but then I found out that that a political person that I really don't care for also liked Ram Dass, and I was like, ew, there must be something wrong with him there. Anyways, isn't that terrible? Thomas More, you know, the awesome Catholic writer, Thomas More. Love Thomas More's books. I have a bunch of them. This is Mystic Experiences, because I believe part of self-care is being able to connect your ancestors and to the spirits. Robert Fulghum was my sister's college graduation speaker. Oh, that's cool. That would be a cool graduation speaker. I love Dr. Wayne Dwyer. I do too. I know. I feel bad too. This is a whole bunch of stories about connecting with spirit. Angels, psychic pets, ghosts, all kinds of stuff. Dolphins, connecting with spirit. And I believe that part of connecting to the part of ourselves that really can stand up and live our truth is connecting with the ancestors and the spirits from beyond this realm. And so we will be going through some of that. Speaking of which, Wayne Dwyer. This one is, there's a spiritual solution to every problem. He was just, I know, I can't believe he's gone either. He just was a very open and loving and giving and awesome kind of man. So perfect. We're almost done. The Way of the Shaman. If any of you are interested in shamanism, this is a great place to start. I really liked this one a lot, and it taught me a lot about what I wanted to be as a shaman. I don't know if I'd ever call myself a shaman though, but maybe. It depends. On the path of the shaman that I wanted to start walking. It taught me a lot about that. I'll say that. God or Goddess. PayPal sent an attachment. Why did PayPal send me an attachment? I didn't buy anything recently. Oh, damn Google. That's my You are using too much data here. We'll have to charge you some for it. Mystic Experience. Yes, sorry. That is by Jennifer. What the heck is her name? Hang on. Well, it's compiled by, it's actually by a bunch of different people, but it's compiled by, come on, where is it? Of course, I've got a big sticker over it. I hate when they put stickers over my books and her name isn't on the spine. Hang on, I'm ripping it. Jennifer S. Pees. There you go. Spees. Mystic Experiences. Fascinating real-life stories of spirits, other dimensions, and strange phenomenon. Yay. Okay, so Way of the Shaman. I liked this one. This is, I think, one of the first books I read about shamanism. The Self-Esteem Companion. This one is really good at just giving you little things to do. I hate stickers on my books too. I totally agree. Totally. Little things to do to raise yourself up a little bit. So each chapter is just a little thing you can do to help raise yourself. This one's called Talking Back by Affirming Your Worth. When your critic starts harassing you about your shortcomings, your emptiness, and your lack of accomplishments, your critic being you, your critic. Yeah, me too, Serana. I know there's something about, I know some people do, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I just don't, I don't think I would feel comfortable using that term. But I can say that I feel like I'm on a shamanic path, and that I walk a path that that shamans have walked, because I like to learn about as much as I can. But anyways, this is a good one. I'll be working from it. 2 more. We're almost there. Handbook of Chakra Healing, Spiritual Practice for Health, Harmony, and Inner Peace. I definitely, this is probably not the only chakra book, but this was the first one I saw that I know I used. And so we will be talking about the chakras, because I think the chakras have a lot to do with gonna make dinner. I'll be going off soon too, Dustin. Because when your chakras aren't aligned, sometimes you can do everything you can do to try to increase your self-worth, and something is not quite right, and you just have to clean and restart your chakras all over again. And one last one, which I have not done very much in this book, but I set it aside thinking, oh, this is going to be really good, and then I forgot about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I say that I'm a shamanic practitioner, because I do things that shamans do, but I'm still a student and have not gone through. Yeah, exactly. For sure. Yep. Thank you, lady. The Self-Esteem Workbook. And this is a really good workbook. It actually has like a million different practical things you can do to raise your self-esteem. Acknowledge and accept positive qualities. And then there's like a whole checklist. To warm up, place a check if you sometimes are or have been reasonably clean. Check. Handy. Check. Literate. Come on, if you're reading this far, check this box. Punctual. Check. Assured or self-confident. And then you go through all of that, and there's 2 pages of it. And then it says, okay, now this is what we're going to do with that list. And so there's actual like hands-on kind of stuff that we can work on together with your raising your self-esteem, your self-development. The problems that I always have are, honestly, all the time, are this chapter kind of stuff. The physical stuff I have a hard time with, because my diet is terrible. I don't eat fruits and vegetables. I eat fruits. I don't eat many vegetables at all. And it's a texture thing more than anything. There's something with my ADD, I can't remember what it's called, but I do have a texture issue that has just never gone away, and it's like since I was born. I don't know what to tell you. I just have always had it. And so it's really hard for me. I try as an adult, I have tried very hard to make my diet better. And it's difficult. I have to like hide stuff on myself and try to do things a different way and all that kind of stuff. But my diet, my sleep patterns are always the hardest for me to work through. The bottom line is we are going to take Sundays and pack a home, but you're on the big screen. That's okay. Can you put a list of all these books and the authors? Yes. I'll put in the down bar after it loads. For sure. So we are going to take Sundays, and I am going to kind of make a curriculum through one or more of, have you tried cooking them, blending them in with a fruit smoothie? I have tried, I actually can do that for some stuff. Here's what ends up happening for me, honey, is that I end up not making the time, like not taking the time out that I need to remember ahead of time to do something like that. And you kind of almost have to do that right before you drink it. And 90% of my meals are not 90%. Don't exaggerate, Jen. 2 out of 3 meals are not at home. Yes, you should have Shelly over here every Sunday. I agree. So I need to get like one of those stupid little NutriBullet things or something because I can't bring my blender with me. I tried because I can actually do smoothies, and I have done smoothies, but it's like taking the time to actually do them. Because I do this full time and I do my work full time, I don't take that time to do that stuff for me, which is, I'm bad about that for self-care. That's the self-care stuff. This stuff, I'm awesome at this stuff. Hi, Pat. It's the take time to, not necessarily have to do all the other stuff and actually take 10 minutes to make yourself something so you don't have to look for something on the go and eat crap. I'm bad at that. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing for Sundays. I will put a list of all the books in. What are we on? An hour and 15 minutes. Damn it, man. I was really hoping we had time to look at new decks and stuff because I have several. I have playing card decks. We haven't gotten back to playing card decks in a long time, and I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I bet you I have close to 10 that I haven't been able to show that I think would be good for reading. So I'll get to that eventually. I got a new Oracle deck in this week that I've been waiting for, and that I think looks really good. So I'll try to do that this week. Shakti Wisdom. We should talk about Oshun. That's a great idea. I would love to talk about Oshun. I know a little bit about Oshun, but because that has never been in my purview, that goddess has never been in my purview, I'd have to study more. And I like Hexen is really good at Oshun and stuff. Where would you get a unicorn deck? Depends on what kind of unicorn deck. If you want a great, where is it? Please be right where I can see and reach, and it's got to be right here. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's up here. Hold on. See, because my kind of unicorn deck is probably going to be different from your kind of unicorn deck. Because I love unicorns, but I kind of make fun of them too, because my kind of unicorn deck is called the Rebel deck, which has a unicorn on every card. Yeah, there are definitely a ton. Let's say this one. See the unicorn on the bottom with the big nose sign through it? What's it say on there? Get the fuck outside, move your ass. And then you flip it around and it says, your body is pissed at you. This is, I haven't taken this deck out for a while, and I love this deck. Like, this is the deck that I bring with me a lot to work, or at least I did. I haven't for a long time. But every card you pull is a really good self-affirming, like, time to do something good. Let's see. Oh, come on. Focus. What is wrong with my stupid phone? There. Ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. Let's see. What else? Let's pick a purple card. And the back says, I'm trying not to swear, so I know it. So, right? These cards are they're really, really good cards. And why is it that my phone sucks so bad? This is called the Rebel deck. R-E-B-E-L-L, or R-E-B-E-L, the Rebel deck. I'm just picking random cards, but they're all like this. There's not like a bad card in the deck. And it makes you laugh at yourself, so that really helps. And sometimes, you know, you just need it. Sometimes you need to loosen up a little. Last one, just so you see if you really like this deck, you can certainly get it. It's got to still be out there. As a matter of fact, there's an edition for relationships, I believe, too. It's dark and you can't see a effing thing. Right? It is really good, Pat. And it should be pretty cheap. It's been out for a long time. So, it's called the Rebel deck. It's really good. It has a unicorn with a no sign through it. In other words, no fluffy bunnies, no. I can't laugh. It makes me cough. Sorry, I'm sorry. Is it really $30, Phelan? Are you kidding me? That's really kind of annoying to me. Because it's an old deck. It's been out for a while. There's no way it should be that expensive. I would look for it on rebeldeck.com. That's her personal website. Maybe she's not selling them personally anymore. This is probably like the indie edition. But look for it on rebeldeck.com too and see if they're cheaper there. Because, wow, that totally sucks. That really annoys me that it's that much. Love you, 2K. And hi, Lucy. $26. Ugh. I know. I'm telling you, you're right. Because Amazon knows that cards are in demand and they're jacking up prices. I agree. $25.99. That's super annoying because there's so many decks out there. You would think that one that's been on the market, come on, how many of those decks can they sell in a day? So you would think that the older decks, they would make them a little cheaper so that they go faster. So anyway, I will be showing this one. This is a good one for self-love kind of stuff, actually. This is the Shakti Wisdom deck. I'm not going to show the deck because I try to, with Kickstarter ones, I try to do them separately so that the creator can take a look at it if they want. But look at the back of the cards. Isn't that gorgeous? I fell in love with the backs. I did. So, but I'm not going to show them now. I will show them soon, though. Okay, so tomorrow I am going to the movies tomorrow. So I actually won't be on tomorrow, which is, I know, is weird for me on a Friday night. Usually it's me and you guys, because I don't do very much on a Friday night normally. There's a game version too. Yeah, there's a relationship deck too. But I'm actually going to see the new Joker movie tomorrow night. And I'm kind of psyched about it because I love the Joker. And I actually like Joaquin Phoenix. My husband hates him, but I like him. So I'm going to the movies tomorrow night, and it's kind of weird. That means I won't be on tomorrow night, but I will definitely be on Saturday. And then Sunday we'll be back on for, I will be back on Saturday probably. I mean, I'll be back on Saturday during the day, I think. Saturday night, I almost forgot. I am going, there's a local woman who found me on Instagram and didn't even know I had a channel, which I didn't realize until like she said a couple things. And I was like, wait a second, you didn't find me through my channel? It's funny, like, because most of the people find me through my channel. And apparently she Googled local witches, and I was the only name that came up. So she invited me to go on this really cool ghost walk thing, this like spiritual ghost walk. And so, yes, it does. Oh, Dee Dee. It's terrible. So I'm going on this ghost walk with this local woman that I haven't met yet and doesn't know me from here, which is so weird to me. I'm like, how does she know, like, she's gonna like me if she doesn't see me on here? What? I know, right? I am at the top of the list. I'm like, but she literally said I was the only one who showed up, and I know there's a lot of witches in Rochester. I'm like, why is that? And then of course my mother says, make sure someone knows where you're going in case something happens. And I'm like, yes, because this girl, first of all, does she not know how big I'm a big girl and I'm really strong. I'm kind of a Viking girl. And so I'm like, does she not understand that, especially a woman, like I can kick most women's asses. Most women's asses. So I don't know what she's all worried about. But anyways. All right. Everybody's yawning. Darn it! You said it again. Shoot. GD, you're terrible. Okay. And you don't want to be drugged and thrown into your trunk. I know. Because, everybody has like an Instagram page. I love that she thinks that people plan this out that much. I'm like, Mom, she's been on Instagram for like 6 months. She lives here. For longer than that, but saying she moved to Rochester and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just going with her. I was scroll the ass kicker. I know. It comes from having 4 boys and trying to get in between 4 boys when they're fighting. You should have seen me back in the day. My son Frank used to yell at me because he was the oldest, and I used to because he was the oldest, I always thought like he was bigger, so he shouldn't be fighting with his younger brothers. So I used to always get in the middle and like push him away because thinking he was the instigator, which I know better. He was not usually the instigator. It usually was one of the younger little jerks messing with him. And he'd be like, Mom, I'm not doing anything. Poor kid. What am I rambling about? Mama squirrel, what? All right. Turn on the low jack on your phone. I will, I promise. Joker. I'm going to see Joker tomorrow. I will be on Saturday during the day. And then Saturday night, I'm going to this Ghost Walk thing. And then we'll be back on Sunday for Self-Care Sunday. And it'll be the tea party also. Why is everyone yawning? Because Dee Dee started it. She said, if I say yawn in big letters, does that mean that everyone will start yawning? See, now I'm doing it again. Terrible. All right. I love you guys. It's awful. I'm so tired. I think that's why. I'm super tired. I'm going to try to get some sleep tonight. I think, did I eat dinner? I might eat something. Cereal. I think I'm going to eat cereal before I go to bed. Good night, guys. I love you. I will see you Saturday. Wow. Not tomorrow, Saturday. That seems so weird to not be on a Friday night. Okay. I'm going to stop rambling now. I'm a squirrel out.